Hey guys, Cheech over here, got a video today. Right, so happy Christmas to everyone, and this is going to be put up on Boxing Day. So, out of all the new support that's going to come out in Primal Origins, I think it's safe to say that I think Madolche and Jelly is probably going to be the best support. We have that new Gladiator Beast. I knew before the effect came out that the new Gladiator Beast would be crap, so it came out, and I don't think anyone's going to use it, so I wasn't wrong. There was that new Dark World support, the new Scrap support, loads of support. I think there was support for about 8 different decks. So that's great, you know. Loads of decks needed that support. I mean, it's just extra stuff for decks to mess around with, you know. If you're going to get competitive, with the different support, Madolche Angeli is most likely going to be the best card out of all the support. Two reasons. One, because Angeli is stupid. It fits the deck really well. It abuses cards. And also because Madolches in general are a very good deck. Even without Angeli, the deck is a tier 2 contender for the format. It just needs to get a few tops, a few wins here and there, and then it becomes tier 1. It just isn't consistent enough right now. But Angeli is a step in the right direction. So if you want to see the deck list that I play that I'm doing this deck, while I'm testing out Angeli, then go down into the description and I'll have a link for it. Anyway, let's go to Madolche versus Gogogo. This is an interesting one. The guy kept spamming Exiton. More of a thing about Madolches in general putting a lot of cards on the field and watching how Exiton just keeps spamming the hell out of the card, out of the effect that just keeps blowing out the field. So anyway, he MSTs and sets some stuff. And I'm like, okay, sure. So I card D because there's nothing else I can really do about it. Point is, I'm just looking for Madolches at this point. So I opened up really bad, but I still came out with the win. So I drew into Angeli, and Angeli's nice because obviously we don't know what it does. You tribute it, and you special summon the Madolche from your deck. It can't be destroyed by battle. Get shuffled back into the deck. You always get Hoot Cake with it. Generally, most of the time you always get Hoot Cake. So I banished card D to summon Messenger puts 4,100 on the board because you Angeli into Hoot Cake banish the card D, special summon the Messenger Messenger's effect gets you Shatter boosts up the 200 by 500 if these die by Mirror Force perhaps, then they go back into your hand. Isn't that just wonderful? And it all costs you one card. That's why Angeli is so good, because this play is, it's not even like a clutch play, it's just a play that you open up with, you know, because I generally make a very passive first turn because I don't want to show people my deck. But in this case, I mean, why the hell not? Why wouldn't you just set up, you know, one card setup? It's super easy. Foolish Burial, Gogogo Giant, gets himself a Gogo Ghost, summons Exiton Knight. I thought in this case that I could Book of Moon it before its effects. I thought it was Ignition, and I completely forgot that it isn't Ignition actually. It's actually, you can activate it as a quick effect, but you can't activate it multiple times in a chain. So Book of Moon, he activates it, blows up everything. I'm like, oh fuck. So at this point it gets very grindy in how the game is. So those go back in the deck, and he doesn't do anything else. I just set free because he's got more cards than I do, so he can't use Exiton. So attacks, Mirror Force. I don't want it on the field anymore, just in case I make a push. So I draw Mifwil, and Mifwil. I cannot summon it because I have to. It's a monster in the hands, and so anyway, so I can't do anything. So he sets Gogogo Gorham, some big beefy 2300 attack monster which you can't really use. So that's cack. So he summons Giant special summons Ghosts. Summons King of the Pharaoh Imps. I Fiendish Chain it. I don't want him to search Katsuko Kage because I think it would just cause problems later on. He summons Gorham, it puts itself in defense. It's kind of a misplay for him. And I set MST, I can't do anything. I'm not going to summon this until I have a card to summon it, or summon with it. It's just a waste of cards. So he does another Pharaoh Imp. By MST is backward just in case it's an MST. So I'm going to Fiendish Chain it, so that you can't attack with either one. So it's just a waste of card then. I draw it into Angeli, and this is where things get a little bit cheeky, because you can go Withril, and then you go Angeli, and then, no, you summon Hoot Cake off Angeli, activates effect, summon Messenger Search, and then you make Invoker. Tribute Hoot Cake's effect, summon Messenger Search, Chateau, Invoker's effect, summon Messenger make Tiro Misu. And then he has a Call the Haunted face down, so can't help him at all. So shuffle that stuff back in and attack. I'm thinking, yeah, I'm in a really good position. He's got no cards. You know, I'm happy. So he activates Mizuki in his graveyard and summons Ghost. Ghost effect summons Gogogo Golem, makes Exciton Knight again. And because I have so many cards in my field, I'm like, oh bollocks. So I lose everything. So you can't attack with it because its effect doesn't allow you to make any damage. So I can't do anything, so I draw Maxi. I'm like, oh great, at least I've got 8,000 life points. So Gogogo Ghost. He attacks with all that stuff. This is where he makes a big misplay. I set Torrential, he draws into a monster, summons it, I blow up everything. Oh, I love it when that happens. Oh, the plus is... oh! So I summon Madolche, which is perfect in this particular point, because even if he manages to take a card out my hand for I don't know what reason, I don't think Gogos can do that, I can have Maxi and attack for the final 500 points if I needed to. So, yeah, so I have Hoot Cake, so if he tries to do anything, I have an out to it. So he goes Onomatopoeia to discard one card and add a Gogogo to his hand. Summons Giant's effect, gets himself Ghost, summons King of the Fairy Imps. And yeah, he takes over that, and I've got Hoot Cake, so I'm like, you know what, I don't give a shit, because I'm just gonna go Hoot Cake. And Jelly's effect gets himself Mufril, and then I get Acid Golem attack for game. PRIO Madolche versus Chronomaly. This game is a bit more relevant to the meta because Chronomaly and Madolche and Jelly will roughly come out around the same time. I think it's safe to say that Chronomalys will get their Nebra Disc and Babylon Field Spell at around the same time. So let's see how the format plays out. So he goes first and upstart Goblins. I never win the rock paper scissors in Death Throw. I just assume that I go second. So he does loads of plays, makes Mayo, and I'm like, oh, I can't set anything. So anyway, I MST. Oh, I thought MST. I card D first. I thought at this point, if I Fiendish Chain his Mayo, I thought he might have an MST for it. Because, you know, it could be an MST. But fortunately, I do that. Which is great. So he Terraformings, summons Nebradis, searches, does Critical Soul, that searches. But from when I saw this play, I knew that he was playing a decent build rather than just Chronomalys, because I like Chronomalys. You know, he's actually playing a decent Chronomaly that's actually proven to work, so I knew I wasn't messing around here. So Mufwili gets himself Angeli. Angeli gets Hoot Cake, Hoot Cake's effect, banishes, summons Messenger Lato. Messenger Lato searches. And this is where I made a big misplay, because I didn't give myself any Madolches on my field to mess around with. So I attacked with the two of them. I knew that my fields and my thing spell weren't very good. I completely forget that if you activate Ticket and then you activate Shadow, you can shuffle stuff back in and get yourself a card with Ticket. I keep forgetting to do that, and I just haven't played around with the deck enough. If Silent Enigma was watching this video, he'd be looking at me going, "You dumb motherfucker." Or call me a white motherfucker, that's what. And yeah, so he gets himself a bottomless. I knew it was bottomless because he didn't set anything else. So I knew that my Hoot Cake would be dead if I summoned it. And I couldn't do anything else, so I had to wait for an MST or wait for a way to play through it. So my stroke flips it down, I attack over it. Nothing else I can really do at this point because Angeli will just be a waste of a card. So he activates Babylon, makes Shuttle, makes Smachu Mitch, Aztec Golem, Nebula Discs, effect, special summons itself. He activates Fort Hyuk to make my card 0 attack, and because of its effect of Machu Match, you can, when something's changed its attack points, you can detach a material to gain the same amount of attack on Machu Match and inflict damage equal to that difference, or equal to the attack points gained. So I Mirror Force his monster, saving myself about 4,000 life points there. So Madolche Ticket, that was the misplay I made. I should have gone Ticket then Chateau, but you know, I still came out with a win, so I'm still happy. Right, so I knew at this point Bottomless is irrelevant to me because I can just Forbidden Lance, so I MST his other card because I don't know what it is. So I Angeli, he Bottomless, I Forbidden Lance, and at this point I basically take it. So I go Hoot Cake, effect of Hoot Cakes, banish card D, Messenger Lasso. I set one card, and I knew that he pretty much didn't have anything to work with, so he does Torrential. So I Hoot Cake in Summon Magdalene for free, and I 7 Tools of the Bandit, and this is basically why 7 Tools of the Bandit is still a good card, because this stuff happens, and I think by this point he realised that I'm going to win, because if you have Tiara Misu and Ticket, it basically means you can just keep spamming cards out of your deck. So I make Tiara Misu and put the card back in, He makes it 0 attack, and activate the effect of Ticket to special summon instead of adding it to my hand, and then I attack with all three of them for game. So, yay! So yeah, Madolche's with Angeli, I mean, like, you can tell that it's like it plays a part in the deck, but it doesn't exactly make the deck tier 1. It's good. It's like it pushes the deck further than what it originally can do. It makes it faster. Hoot Cake is a really good card for the deck. I mean, if you Veiler it, it can basically shut down the deck for the turn. So there are still ways around it, but Chateau, Ticket, and Hoot Cake, they're just all just really good. And I'm really glad that Madolches have got good, but Angeli is like, I think people have agreed that Angeli's a good card. It's just not exactly what the deck needed, because the deck can still do a lot of shenanigans without Angeli. It just allows you to go with Will Angeli, summon Hoot Cake, and you get to do some stupid things out of one card in hand. It just means you get to do the same plays that you normally do, except more. You get to lose one less card in hand. So, I guess at the end of the day, that's what matters. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed watching. I hope to do some more of these. Madolche is an interesting deck now. It's always been interesting. It's a shame it took Madolche a year and a half to become relevant, but now that Angeli is out, we'll see what happens. I'm pretty sure it's going to be a secret rare when it comes out, so I wouldn't be surprised if the deck becomes expensive. I mean, Magdalene is already going up in price. Hoot Cake is going up in price. So get the cards now before they go up if you want to play the deck. And obviously all the cards are super cute, so that's always going to be a benefit for the deck. So hope to see you guys in a few days, and until next time, the Thetcglover is out.